Aloha guys, welcome back to part 2 of my inside scoop of working for Rolex. Thanks for watching the first video. I got a lot of views, a lot of comments. So I just want to share with you some more inside scoop. I was the assistant manager at our location. Here are some facts and maybe some helpful hints for you guys. We did get a shipment every week. Monday through Wednesday would come in, either FedEx or UPS. And then sometimes the armed guards would come in with a company called Malka Amit. You knew at that point that the heavy hitters are coming in, the big solid 18 karat gold watches, the diamond bezels, the presidentials, the platinums would come in. That was exciting. So yeah, Monday through Wednesday, we would get a weekly goal of how many new Rolexes we had to sell from Rolex. Usually 12 to 15 units had to be sold between Sunday and Saturday. So we were scrambling to make that goal. You know, we pretty much always hit our goal. And so an inside tip for you guys at our Hawaii location, we, at the end of the week, like Friday, Saturday, sometimes if we didn't get close to our goal, we put out 2 to 3 brand new watches in the case, not for exhibition, but for sale, just to hit our target. It'd be ladies Datejust. It'd sometimes be a Datejust 41. One time we even were so desperate, I think it was close to the holidays, we had to make our goal for the year, for the quarter. We threw out a presidential and it got scooped up right away. People couldn't believe it. They go, what? But these are for exhibition, right? And they're like, no. We're like, no, you can buy these. So they always would sell. So my best bet for you guys, and this is just for Hawaii, Friday, Saturday mornings, come in the store. You might find something in the case for sale. The biggest, most expensive Rolex we've ever had in stock was the Paul Newman Daytona, the big red from the 1970s. It was priced at like $100,000. It was in original condition, all original parts, and it was beautiful. And well, we couldn't sell it. I couldn't believe it. We had a couple of lowball offers, but we actually had to ship it to another store. They sold it. We were really bummed. We wanted to sell it. Got a lot of attention. Another question you guys asked, if there's a blacklist. Yes, we had a blacklist in our store. There was about 100 names on it. Red flags, people coming in. They've been caught as flipping. You know, Rolex in New York has a department of people that buy watches online from the gray market and find out the serial number and find out what store sold it to them, and that store gets dinged. We never had that happen. We were strict. We followed all the rules. We didn't do any flipping. We didn't do any backdoor sales. We didn't do any shady deals. No relatives got watches from us. It was very strict. My manager had been there for 20 years. He ran a tight ship. Our exhibition models, people wanted to know, yes, they had movements in them. We didn't sell them, even though people were begging us to sell them, but we did not. We couldn't. They were actually rotated out with different models, and we would ship them back to Rolex. And I think they were actually sometimes sold as a certified pre-owned at certain stores. We always took all the stickers off if we sold a brand new Rolex. My boss made us do it. Had to take the stickers off. People begging us, no, can you keep the stickers on, please? Nope, couldn't do that. Very strict. Here's another tip for you guys. If you get a call finally from an AD and they have something that you wanted and you can't do it or you refuse to buy it, that's not good. They're not going to give you a second chance. We actually would call people sometimes and they were not in Hawaii, but we gave them 48 hours. And you'd be surprised how many people flew in to buy the watch in a matter of 2 days. You have to put down a deposit, but you have to fly in. So I've had people all the way from Japan or from the East Coast fly to Hawaii to get their watch. We do not do phone sales where we ship the watch to you. That's a no-no. You have to buy everything in the store. 1 watch per customer, 1 new Rolex. We didn't do any bundling deals where we would like make customers buy jewelry just so they would qualify to buy a new Rolex. We didn't do any of those shady deals. We weren't even allowed to take gifts from clients. You know, like nice gifts. They think it's a bribe, but people try to be nice to you for being so happy to get them a watch. We were not allowed to take gifts. We couldn't even call some of the Rolex models by their nicknames, like Pepsi or Hulk or Batman. We were not allowed to say those names on the floor. That's how strict it was. We actually had a couple of months where we hit over $1 million in total sales. A lot of people ask me in the comments, how much did you actually sell? It was seasonal, of course, but in the high season, we did a couple of months of 1.2 total sales. That's new Rolexes. That's pre-owned. We sold a bunch of pre-owned, believe it or not, especially during COVID or right after COVID. Jewelry, of course, but not a whole lot. So 1.2 million. So a lot of people, ask me, how much does a salesperson actually make in commission? You'll be shocked to find out that a salesperson gets only 0.75% commission on a brand new Rolex. So think about how many units you'd have to sell to make some really good money. The average salary for new employees would be like 20 bucks an hour. And the people that have been there for a long time, they made like 25 bucks, 28 maybe an hour. So you definitely will not get wealthy being a Rolex salesperson. And you also have to endure a lot of stress. Every customer comes in mad. Why don't you have any inventory? Why can't you sell us? Why is this only exhibition? What the heck does it mean, exhibition? Why can't I buy it? Let me buy it. People would be very angry, and salespeople would have to take the brunt of that. And so not only is that a challenge, but also when inventory comes in, you have to get permission. You have to get approval. And then there's a rotation. Let's say you wanted to sell a Submariner to your client. We can only sell one per month. Then the next salesperson, be on a rotation. It's the next person's turn to sell the Submariner. You have to get back on the bottom of the line. So there was constant pressure. It was like a boiler room. Cat fights, people jealous. Why did she get approved for that watch? I wanted that for my client. Why did you sell that watch to this client? I used to sell it to him. You know how sales is. You know how it is in that business. So it was a lot of tension all the time. So don't try to call the store and be put on a list. You have to be there in person. If we called for approvals to our district manager, the first question she would ask is, have you met the person in the store? Did you meet the client in the store? So that's very important. Don't try to call and say, hey, put me on the list, or we're coming to Hawaii in 2 weeks. We don't care until we see you in person and we talk to you and we sit down and get your information. That's the most important thing. So the best salesperson actually did, like the best month I've seen one person in total sales was $500,000. And that was pretty much all Rolex sales. So there's some experienced salespeople that sell to the same clients year after year, and they would make some decent money. But like I said, it's a lot of pressure. You don't get rich. I got a salary as an assistant manager. I don't mind telling you, it was $80,000 a year plus quarterly bonus. I enjoyed it. It was good money, even though the cost of living in Hawaii is outrageous. But I can't complain. I just had to leave for personal reasons. To sum it all up, my impressions of clients coming in to buy Rolex watches are not what I thought it would be. I thought it'd be the wealthy, the top 1%, but that's not true. People coming to buy a Rolex are actually upper middle class, and they want to look rich. That's why the reason there's so many mirrors in a Rolex store is because everybody wants to look at themselves and look how beautiful the watch looks to impress their friends. That's what it's all about. Nobody really knows about movements or how to even set a watch. People have no clue. I would have people go snorkeling with their crown unscrewed. I'm like, oh my God, you guys got water damage? You didn't know you have to close the crown all the way? Just people don't have no clue of what they bought. They just want to look good. And that was the most surprising thing. I thought, it'll be all wealthy, rich people, but no, I don't think the top 1% really wears Rolex. I think they don't care. I think it's just the people that want to look rich. But all in all, it was a fun job. I enjoyed it. I met a lot of nice people. I just had to leave, personal reasons. And if there's anything I can help you guys with some more information, please leave me a message. I read all the messages in the comments. And thanks for watching, guys. Aloha.